Hey guys, it's Quickly again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the CitrusCAF version 3.0 Tangerine for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, CitrusCAF. Now, I have used CitrusCAF as a really amazing ROM. I mean, I've used this previously also, and that has been a very good ROM for me personally, and I have used it as a daily driver for quite some time, and that was on version 2.5, which was the previous version. Right now, I have the latest version of it, which is pretty much a really big upgrade. The last version was based on 7.0.1. This one is based on the latest 7.1.1 with the latest security patches, and that was one of my gripes in my older version of this one, because the security patches there was something like August or something, and the ROM was released in November or something like that. This has fixed it, and let's get started with the ROM then. First of all, in the settings menu, you can see it is 7.1. It is called CitrusCAF, and I'm not making it up. It's called Tangerine on this version because, yeah, that is something. I don't know, last version was called Cheesecake and this one's called Tangerine. As you can see, 3.0 Tangerine, and this is the device maintainer, and that's pretty cool. The security patches are December, which is much better than the August or September patches which was available previously. The latest one is still January, and I would have liked to have that, but hey, that's just something there. You can see model number is OnePlus 3, and that is not unknown or Pixel, and that does make a big difference for me because I'll get to that later. As you can see, CAF revision is LAUM 5.5R1, which is the latest, I believe. I didn't find any newer versions of it, but apart from that, the kernel is something called a Fractal X kernel. It is a custom kernel for this ROM, and in my opinion, it does work out very well. I will get into the quirks of the ROM after some time, so just so that the SLA status is permissive rather than enforcing, so just so you guys know, you can make a lot of adjustments to everything, so that's pretty cool. Being an AOSP CAF based ROM, you are going to get a lot of AOSP stuff in here, more than CM features. It does have a lot of CM features, like all the customizations are available from CM, but this is more of a CAF or AOSP based ROM than CM based ROM, which does make a lot of difference for many people. I do really like that. Let's get started on the settings now. First of all, in the custom squares, this is where all the extra settings reside. First of all, the settings are that UI settings. You do have expanded desktop. You can customize it for applications. Lost screen items can be customized, what all you need in there. Blur personalization, it does have blur personalization for status bar. Quick settings, as you can see, I have enabled a slight blur, and that's just working. You can customize everything about that. Also, blur scale and blur radius, all that can be customized. Also, recent apps can be customized for blur. I don't really use that because yeah, that's my preference. I don't use that. Wake on plug and fingerprint authentication vibrations are also available. If you can customize that, you do really get that. Quick settings, you can customize quick settings. You can disable the quick settings when locked. Brightness slider is available. QS titles can also be disabled, as I have done right now. Columns, rows, and small QS tiles can be customized in numbers. So I have 7x7 here, and number 2 rows are 2, which is my preference, and I really do like that. Carrier label can also be customized, so you can even have a custom carrier label, so that is pretty amazing if you are into something like that. Status bar icons can be customized here, and you can enable the show 4G instead of LTE, so you can do that. CitrusCAF logo, which is a half cut lemon, which is there. You can do that. Headphone icon can be customized if you are using headphones. I normally use Bluetooth. So power notification control, that is also available, and that is a huge thing in my opinion, because this thing, yeah, that really does need to be here, and that does work out really nicely, and I do use power notification controls a lot. Clock and battery settings, you do have show clock date, show seconds also if you are into that. Alignment can also be customized. AM PM indicator date with a custom data format also available. Battery status, now this is PA style battery status, so you have icon portrait, icon landscape, even solid, which I have no idea why. If you have a percentage enabled, maybe you do have a percentage enabled inside the icon, outside the icon, all that is available. circle, text, and just hidden. Custom battery tile style, so you can see the tile right now shows the battery as it is shown in the status bar, so that's also available. It's not an exclusive feature, but still an amazing feature to have. It does have charging symbol near the text for the charging. You can have flash or tilt. I normally keep flash just to know that it is charging. I can double tap to sleep on the status bar is available. Brightness control by sliding across the status bar is also available, which is really nice. Network traffic indicator. Now network traffic indicator is available, and this is the full suite of network traffic indicator. You have outgoing and incoming. You have bytes per second. Update interval can be customized, and auto hide is something which you can do. And the only problem with the network traffic indicator, which I found, is that it can show really weird values. Sometimes it just doesn't show. Sometimes there are a few issues with that, but that's not exclusive to this ROM. The previous Dirty Unicorns and Cosmic OS also had this issue, but I can live with that. It's not a imperative feature which I need, which is always on. I do like navigation. I do like network traffic indicators, but it's not that it should be accurate 100% of the times. Now in the button settings, you do have hardware key customization, and this is the PA style button customization, where you have back button, home button, and overview button customizations for 3 statuses, which is single tap, long press, and double tap. So you do have options for that. You can also disable the backlight if you are not into that. Also backlight time mode can be customized. Also you can outright disable the navigation buttons if you don't want that. Also there is navigation bar for smart bar and fling settings, so that is also pretty cool. Pulse can also be enabled in that. So there are a lot of features which you can do in that. Now it does have playback control for this, for the volume buttons, and also volume buttons controlling the volume, media volume rather than the ringtone. You have that, but it does not have keyboard cursor control with the volume button, which I would have liked to have, but hey, I can't ask for everything, right? So yeah, it does have in the miscellaneous options something to, these are fun stuff. It does have a toast icon, which is pretty amazing. I really do use that. Also lock screen torch is available. System app remover is also available if you are bugged out with something in the system apps, which I personally do not care about that. I mean, you can just disable if you are not using that with titanium backup or something like that. Just removing it outright may cause problems, so yeah, do tread with caution. Now it is an AOSP ROM with full OMS support, so it does support Substratum, and that is amazing. I'm not using a Substratum theme right now, but when I was using it in the 2.5 version, Substratum theme was this is a ROM which made me believe in Substratum rather than any other ROM. I was a hardcore CM theme engine fan, but well, right now CM theme engine is nowhere to be seen in the CM space, or basically a Lineagen OS space. So Substratum is the way to go if you want to theme anything. So yeah, it does have full on OMS 7 support, so that is full support for every inch of the theming sphere on this ROM, so that's pretty amazing. In the display options, you do have all of the stuff which you normally see. Ambient display is available, density for font and display is available, auto rotate screen, all that is available, and ambient display does have a wake on lit display and all that, so that's pretty amazing. Now the battery life. I would like to comment on the battery life that this is not the best battery life which I've received on this phone on Nougat yet. So my phone was dead yesterday by about 60% of the day normally, so I wasn't really doing too much things either. I was listening to music with Bluetooth, and about through 60% of the day it just died. So yeah, the battery life not very good compared to other ROMs, of course, so that is still a thing. And I would really like to use AKT, which is advanced kernel tweaks, with this ROM and see if the battery life is increased. It may be because of the custom kernel. You can flash another kernel, but being a KF ROM, I'm not entirely sure if there are other kernels available to this also, so I would like to customize that and see, but as of now the battery life is not the most good. In the gestures option, you do have camera, music, and flashlight option, which is standard with the OnePlus 3 ROMs. Additional buttons, you do have alert slider, and alert slider does work out, which is really nice. I really do appreciate that when a ROM does have that, because I've used that every day. When I'm in college, I keep it on silent with the alert slider rather than holding down the button or going into the into this thing. I don't really want that. It's just simpler to use that. It does have OnePlus DOS, which I was talking about, for the ambient display, for pocket mode, hand wave, and pick up. So that's pretty cool. And the advanced option, developer option, you do have stay awake and all that. So these are stuff which is normally available with any other AOSP based ROM. One thing is that it doesn't come with SuperSU or Super User. You have to flash SuperSU separately and flash the 2.79 version for you to get it working, because I guess 2.81 was the latest version, or the SR version was the latest version, but that did cause problems for many people. So you do need to understand which is the version for you. That is 2.79 RC1, I believe. So flash that, you should be good to go. So yeah, that is it in the settings menu, I guess. So let's get another thing about the CitrusCAF. So there is an application which will give you what is it about, who are the maintainers for this, who are these people who are making it, and that is pretty cool. This is a very, very good ROM. I didn't have any stability issues, and I really do like using this ROM as my daily driver. Something which I really do appreciate in this ROM is when you long press on this, it gives you assistant, which is just amazing. You don't have to install any applications, you don't need to install anything, just Google Apps, and it directly gives you assistant without finagling with anything. I mean, I do have the application installed, that is Get Assistant, but it's not using that. This comes standard with the ROM, which is amazing. I don't know why most other ROMs don't do that. It's just so much more easier. I mean, with this application, you have to, you have to get a root permission, you have to restart it, you have to clear the data, you have to jump through 5 hoops with your hands tied behind your back, with your eyes closed and all that. So this is just so much more easier, and you just need to enable the long press for home button to the Google on tap. So that's just the thing which you need to do, and it's so much more simpler, and I really do appreciate how this has been done. Now let me show you guys the AnTuTu benchmark score, which is expected out of a AOSP or CM based ROM. So this is 153,000, which is amazing, and I really do like that. It's not entirely different from what you would get with another ROM with a stock kernel, but the custom kernel, I'm not entirely sure what the custom kernel does exactly, but it's called a Franco X kernel. You can read about it in the XGA forums, but I personally didn't have any I didn't find it to be much better than a stock kernel. So that's just my opinion though. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. So here is the boot animation for CitrusCAF 3.0 Tangerine, which is just the logo of it with the revolving lemon slices, I believe. So yeah, it's a beautiful boot animation. It's simple, it's all white. I would have liked it to be all black, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So yeah, so I guess that should be it about the ROM then. In conclusion, this is an AOSP based ROM, so you should know what you're getting into. I mean, it does take a lot of features from CM, and yeah, it does have echo problem, that is low volume when you're calling. That is a thing you do need to flash EcoFix V2 for that. I'm waiting for a fix on that. I'm not entirely sure if it will be available anytime soon, but that's just something which I really had a problem with. Other than that, it's just an amazing ROM, and I really do want to keep using it. There are a few things which I don't like about it, like the volume key control for the cursor control. I would have liked that. And yeah, I don't really see a lot other issues with this ROM which I don't want it to be using. Also, all of these options are available for you. There is caffeine, which I do use a lot. That is a really cool feature. Substrate and themes are amazing. I really do like that. Apart from that, Google Assistant RS box, you can't compete with that with any other ROM. I mean, that's just amazing. I really do like that. So yeah, I guess that should be it about the ROM then. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.